Hi guys, welcome back to Owl003, home of the best RV you're ever going to see. So please like, subscribe, share the content. Please buy me a coffee if you support the channel. The description's in the link. So this is a session transcript of Skinwalker Ranch. Let me read the tasking. On the current season of The Secret of Skinwalker Ranch, a 1964 U.S. nickel was discovered in the mesa. The viewer will optimally perceive how that nickel came to be in that location. There's a secondary focus. Secondary focus was discover the source of the dome phenomena above the property and its purpose. Now, as far as I'm concerned, any questions I had about this ranch is answered. All right, now this is there's some really wild aspects to this. So the only thing I could say is throw it in your target pool if you have any doubts or whatever. There's weird things out there, guys, all right, that we can't normally perceive. And we're going to get into that. All right, so let's begin. After reading the target reference number, the remote viewer begins. He picks up a male in a smoky, dark room. The viewer declares an AOL, then goes back into his low-level descriptors. The viewer's next feeling is the aesthetic impact that something is extremely important here. The next perception, the viewer perceives a walking business meeting. He describes two men having an important discussion in the rain, under an umbrella. Like a walk and talk business meeting. He reiterated this twice. Monitor. Do you get a general flavor of the discussion you are describing? Yeah, this guy feels important, very serious, straightforward, and to the point. It almost feels like the information he is going to give me is classified. Something here feels classified. It almost feels like he's not privy to share. This guy feels like a suit and tie guy. He feels maybe military, I'm not sure. Monitor. Describe the environment of this discussion. Feels like a graveyard. I'm in the dark at a graveyard and it's raining and it feels kind of scary here. I feel like I have to walk through this graveyard to get to something else. There is a walkway. Monitor. Describe and break down the something else you spoke of. I'm walking down this what feels like a Belgian road. Feels weird. Monitor. You AOL'd this brick road. Can you go into that? It's a tunnel. This road leads to this tunnel. It's at this point he had a sketch of this tunnel that you see in AI version right here. It reminds me of a train tunnel. It's really high, tall. Yeah, we are going into this tunnel system. Monitor. All right, go in and tell me what you perceive. The words that pop in is underground city. And it's really bright here. A working network. Monitor. Break that down. What do you mean? Transitional. Like from one city to the next. Monitor. Okay, expand on that. There are life forms down here, like busy bees, mining. It's really bright in here, really bright. It's just dark and you don't even know it's there. There are many entrances, many avenues to get inside. It's weird. There are a bunch of pipes on the sides of the wall, cameras, there's an old part and a new part. Like the old part, anyone can get in. That's how we got in, was through the old part. They don't want to go that way. The structure is old. They don't trust it. It can't bear the new equipment. That's why it's old. Monitor. You mentioned structure. Can you dig into that? The structure is like a mountain, old and ancient, but new. It's like two worlds into one, like a tale of two cities is my AOL. Monitor. Move back to the primary tasking and how this came to be. Planning. Took years to build. Part of it was here. I get this bright light, this shiny object. At this point, the viewer sketches the nickel itself and shows it to me. So in the next sketch, he basically sketches this, like a round object sitting in the dirt. And describes like it's silver. It's in this mountain region. Monitor. What is the purpose of it being there? A life study, a joint venture. It's a joint venture with someone or something. It feels intelligent. I think it knows. I think it knows I'm here. Monitor. Let's do a movement exercise. I want you to move to current time, current location, and focus on the primary structure surrounding the object and described. The object I'm referring to is the coin. Okay, this word cloaking comes in. Hidden. I'm sensing collecting water. I see these 3 balls of light, and it's like coming down and grabbing stuff here. My AOL is like of a shopping cart of natural resources, but it also feels like it's collecting, I really don't want to say it, but it feels like people too. Monitor. Collecting people in what way? Like a trade. I don't know. I feel like livestock is there. I don't know if we are considered livestock. Monitor. There is livestock on the property, by the way. Can you sketch what's noteworthy near the primary structure and describe? I'm seeing this body of water. There is a body of water on the property. I think it's like a stream or something, I believe. It's in the distance, but there is something underneath it. It feels really old. It feels like there was a town here. It feels like years and years and years ago. A human civilization used to live here. They don't anymore. I don't know. They just migrated out of there. And there feels like there is this city underwater. Some kind of base underwater or something. A cavernous... I'm getting, you need to go through the water. A tip for the cast at Skinwalker, by the way. You should be poking around underneath that stream area. And there is like a pocket, air, and it takes you to another city. It's weird. There is an entrance through the water. It's weird. Monitor. You mentioned this ancient city. Can you sketch and describe when it was active? This is like what he sketched. It's huge. Like New York, huge structures, like flying cars or discs, wherever these are. It feels like big towers. It almost feels like I'm sketching Seattle, but underground. So weird. Hustling and bustling. Hidden. Okay. He then shows me a sketch of a city and reiterates underground. Okay, so this is the sketch. So now I say move to the same place in current time and describe. The city doesn't feel alive. It feels dead. It feels damaged. War-torn. There's some kind of battle around this. The city feels damaged, empty, lifeless. There might be some life left, but I am not picking up on it. If there is, it's hidden from me. Monitor. Can you describe the life and culture at the time it was bustling? Intelligent, not arrogant, open-minded, leaders, like the way a city should be. Heavy tech. I feel this city is made up of copper and gold, and now it's all burned up. It was built with heavy metals. It was super shiny, super bright. A level of pride here. Wow. Like, look at us. This is a city. It's pretty impressive. It feels like I'm on a penny looking at the buildings made of copper and gold, like super shiny. And it feels super clean. I feel good here. Like my body, your vessel feels connected here to the city. Primary life, telepathic. This guy is very tall. He feels like the protector of the city from outside. Big eyes, really, really tall, clean shaven. Oops. This is what he's describing here. Strong jawline, big muscles, feels huge, maybe 8-9 foot tall, but feels pleasant in this interaction. Very serious. This is his job. Security. Monitor. Ask this life form if they can tell us anything hopeful or helpful to what we are investigating here. He's pointing to a direction away from the target, indicating we need to look over here, towards your right. That's not really connected to this place. This is when he shows me this photo of this guy. Or sketch of this guy. So I need to put this to the side, but I'm seeing this pyramid shooting light into the sky, like some kind of energy. And I have to take an AOL break, but this feels like ley lines. Something is on a ley line. That something you are looking for is there. Feels like red lasers and green lasers. He's telling me it's somewhere over there, what you're looking for. This whole thing feels like different races, things that live here. I just want to get that out. Monitor. Now I'd like you to clear your mental screen and look in focus B. That's the secondary focus around the bubble phenomena. Feels like a life... Okay. This is what he describes next here. Feels like a life force here, getting Northern Corridor, AOL. I see these two beings show up. The imagery they have, the black high collar behind them with a cape. They don't feel human. I've actually sketched something very similar to these beings. They don't seem very friendly. Part of the Council of Nine is coming in. I will put that in AOL. Hidden, not allowed. Be careful here. Feels like tech and gold feel related to this. AOL break. Holy Grail. What else? Monitor. We need more clarity here. What is the primary purpose of focus B? Again, the bubble anomaly. Just strange. Feels strange. I'm going through my matrix to break it down. I get the sense this is a monitoring system here. Monitor. What is being monitored? The land. The land is monitored. Cameras, ley lines, lasers, even psychically being monitored. Monitor. What do you mean by that? This feels like they can tell psychically. It can tell what? That we're here. Monitor. Show me the source of the monitoring system. Something should be perceivable in sketch. Ah, sun-like. Nanotech is coming in. Cell collecting. Cell phone penetration. AI monitoring. It's like an AI. It's weird. It's like a sun. It's so weird. It's like nanotech. Self-collecting. Monitor. Move to above description and sketch. It's almost like a satellite. I think this area could be booby-trapped as well. So this is the image from before. He shows me a sketch of what he describes as like a sun behind something. Feels like there is a prize here. It feels like... Oh, this is so weird. I don't even know if I want to say this. Ah, fuck it. Goblins. What he describes, what he sketches here is very similar to... This is the AI image I used for the Hellier target I did. Because it's almost identical to what he sketched, interestingly enough. So he says goblins. It feels like it is patrolled by goblins. It feels like they would call it cursed back in the day. But there's something small here that patrols it. And there's like booby traps. I don't want to go too deep because I don't know. Monitor. Can you sketch what you're describing? They have really big ears or something and big eyes. And he shows me this sketch. Monitor. Expand on booby traps. Strings, cords, pits. There's like pits. If you step in the wrong area, you can fall into a cave system. There's spikes. This area just feels monitored. Just by something else, non-human. It feels like there are humans monitoring it, but there is also non-humans monitoring it too. It feels double monitored. It just feels like this cave system network, and there's a force field here too. It has a different frequency, that's what's coming in. And it pops in and out. Like if you go in certain spots, you hit this frequency and it makes me feel funny. It makes me feel weak and tired. I don't like it. Like I can see it slows everything down. I feel like I'm in cement here. Like everything is slow and time is going fast. Like my watch is spinning here. Monitor. Movement exercise. Show me what will ultimately be discovered here. Something should be perceivable. It feels like the city is known here. But it's not about the city. It's about the tech and the gold. There's a lot of gold. It feels like the gold's protected. It's like the gold has a certain frequency here. Yeah, the gold is definitely wanted, but it's also protected. It feels like whoever put this gold here wasn't human. And there was human help or something with it. And it feels like they're piling this. It's like a visual of Scrooge McDuck swimming in his money bin. Rooms and rooms of this stuff. But there is also tech here. There's ancient tech. It's like about going somewhere. It also feels like there is some kind of portaling. Yeah, there is some kind of tech with consistent portal making or something. It's weird. It's like measurable. This tech can be measurable when making a portal. There's not just one thing, there are multiple things wanted here. It feels like there is an old tunneling system and a new tunneling system. The new tunneling system is to connect with the old tunneling system, and then the new tunneling system, there is something in the old tunneling system. It almost feels like some kind of battle. It's weird. Like a land battle. Lithium. Pretty sure there's lithium here. I'm going to AOL that. Monitor. Is there anything here you would like to report that you would have regret not reporting after feedback? Yeah. Feels like maybe Bigfoot is here too. It's like all these different forces are here fighting for this. Something is protecting the land. This feels like goblins, and then it feels like there is something protecting the underneath as well. It's so weird. Session end. Alright, guys. Yeah, it's out there. Interestingly enough, I recently did there's a documentary coming out where I did some work. Sasquatch has something to do with it. Often, remote viewers have trouble hitting Sasquatch. A lot of them, and a lot of them would like to believe it's because they can't they're remote viewing the mythology around them, and that's their ego talking. The Sasquatch does exist. The problem is they have a genetic predisposition to remain hidden. They can turn you around. Okay. We have these abilities, like that's part of remote viewing. There's telepathy and stuff like that. Well, these things have very keen instincts, okay? And we don't know what comes with that. So, as a remote viewer, when you go in and you try and remote view this stuff, most of the time you can kind of go in with the intention of like knocking the door down and get in and get some information. But with these things, it doesn't work. You have to use different kind of. You have to use a gentler approach, and some remote viewers haven't figured that out yet. They're not intuitive enough, apparently. I just saw a whole team miss that target, miss the Patterson-Gilman target. Only one of them hit it. Keep working, boys. You'll get there. You'll get there. Anyway, that is the Skinwalker target. Like I said, I know it's out there. If you have any doubts, by all means, remote view it. See what you get. But as far as I'm concerned, I feel confident in what's below the ranch, and what's the purpose of what's above it. If any of the personnel happens to catch this on the ranch, I would be investigating the water on your property and what might be below that. You might be able to, easier to get in. So anyway, that's the target. Take it for what it is. Have a great day. Remember to be kind to each other, and please buy me a coffee if you support the channel. We'll catch you next time, guys.